Hello, healers and health seekers. So I was thinking about something because I'm still doing the mono cleanse, but I have had a couple of snags, and one of those snags made me want to talk about it. So I'm doing the mono cleanse. I'm doing the bananas mono cleanse, but there were a couple of nights where I ended up having a potato mono meal as my dinner. And those happened on nights where, for whatever reasons, I did not end up sleeping very well. And those reasons are dog related. But anyway, that's a long story, and I'm not going to get into that right now. But what ended up happening is I had disruptions in my sleep. And so I was tired during the day. And I think probably I didn't eat enough. And then so at night I was like super hungry, which tends to happen. Whenever I'm sleepy, I get like extra hungry. And so probably because I just need more glucose to fuel me through it or something. But so what I did was I did end up having a potato mono meal as dinner. And then today I am doing vitamin C shock therapy and zinc shock therapy along with my cleanse. Now, has my cleanse been perfect because of that? No, I went 13 days of just bananas, the bananas, lettuce, cucumber juice, celery juice, lemon, water. And I did that for 13 days. And then, like I said, a couple of potato mono meals for dinner. And then what happened, I felt like something, like I'd been exposed to something. And so preemptively, before anything comes of it, I am doing the shock therapies. Now, I was talking to a friend, and we were kind of talking about that. Like, you know what? It's fine. Like, sometimes you can't be perfect. Like, yeah, in an ideal world, which we do not live in, it would be great if everything could align perfectly and situations would be perfect and my sleep would be great every night and I wouldn't, do silly things and not feed myself enough so that I needed more glucose or whatever. But it happens. Or in a perfect world, I wouldn't get exposed to something and need to do just shock therapies. But you know what? I need to do the shock therapies today, but I don't want to stop my mono cleanse, so I'm not stopping it, and it's fine. It's fine because if we wait for the stars to align and for everything to be perfect before we decide to do a cleanse, we're gonna be waiting a long time. And it took me some time to realize that. Like it really did. It did. I used to think, okay, I've got to have everything. And you know what? You do your best. And then it's fine. It's not like this is the only cleanse you'll ever do, right? At least it isn't for me. It's not like, okay, this is the only cleanse I'm ever going to do just this one time for this one set period. So it has to be perfect and whatever. I do so many cleanses. And I am not 24/7 on like a, very specific cleanse, but I do eat fat-free, I do eat salt-free, outside of the specific cleanses that I do. But, life isn't perfect, right? So sometimes we just have to roll with it. And that's fine. I still don't know like how long I'm going to keep doing this cleanse for. Hey man, I did 13 days. You know how medical medium says, pat yourself on the back? I did 13 days of which, my previous mono cleanse was 7 days. So 13, I'm like, I almost doubled it. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I did 13 and a half days, I think. Oh no, it was 13 days. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But so I'm like, whatever, I'm just going to keep going because I like it. And if things aren't perfect, it doesn't mean like, oh, I failed and I have to, like whatever. It's just like, okay, so stuff happens in life. We get exposed to things or we lack of sleep and then we don't eat enough and then we, or even lack of sleep and we do eat enough, but we still feel super hungry because that happened too. So it's okay. It's just okay. And I just want to tell you, like, just do it anyway. Just do it anyway and do it imperfectly. And then you can just keep aspiring to, doing better next time, but you're still doing stuff that's going to help you heal. You're still taking steps that are going to move the needle forward. You're still doing incredible things for yourself, and it matters. It matters. So even if everything's not perfect, even if you're on a mono cleanse, but you end up needing to do vitamin C and zinc shock therapy, or you're on a bananas and papaya mono cleanse, but one night you're like, oh man, or the bananas aren't ripe, that happened. If the bananas aren't ripe and you have a potato mono meal, or you don't sleep and you have a potato mono meal, whatever, just keep going. Just keep doing it anyway, because it matters. It's not like if you don't XYZ, you failed. The point is just to keep going forward, right? And however that looks, that's important. So I really just wanted to share that little piece of information, and that I'm doing it, and I will talk about stuff that's happened on the mono cleanse in another video, but I just wanted to talk about that piece of it, and just say, hey, you can keep going. You don't have to be perfect. And it's, yeah, of course, like, we really want to do the best we can to do the cleanse as written in the Cleanse to Heal book, right? Like, of course we do. But we have to have compassion for ourselves and our journey, and we have to go, hey, I'm still doing good. I'm still doing something for myself. This still matters, even if I don't get it perfect, and I can just keep going. So I don't have to like stop my mono cleanse just because I ate potatoes for dinner one night. I can keep going, and I can go, okay, well, today I'm gonna make sure that I get all the stuff in, and that's gonna be good. I'm just gonna make sure that I have enough smoothies and that I take care of myself, and then whatever. Because I did think like, oh, I got exposed to something, I was like, okay, well then I'm definitely gonna need to be cleansing. And whether it's the mono cleanse or a different cleanse, but I just happen to already have a case of bananas and a bunch of lettuce, so I'm like, well, I guess I'm just gonna keep doing this right now. So it's easy. It's easy. Yeah. So life happens. Give yourself a break. Pat yourself on the back. Don't forget that compassion, man. Don't forget that compassion. And that's the thing, is like, if you're not feeling that compassion for yourself, reach out to somebody. Ask the angels for help. Reach out to a friend in the community or something and say, oh, man, I feel like I totally screwed up. Because that's what I did. I was like, oh, man, I did this. I broke my cleanse. And she's like, keep just whatever. She just laughed at me because she knows. She's like, just keep doing whatever. Just keep going. And I'm like, yeah, exactly. Just keep going. Just keep going. So just keep going. Just keep moving forward and keep doing your best. And again, compassion for yourself, pat on the back. Like, look what I've done. Look what I've done. 13 days. That's great. And then there was a couple of days there, and now I'm just going to try to, like, I'm okay, back on track. Let's just do this. Let's just do this. So I hope you guys are I wish you the best in your healing. I wish you the best on your healing journey, and just keep going forward. Keep doing the things you know are good for you, and you're doing great. I love you. Bye-bye.